Welcome to the Clear in the Air podcast with D and Q.
I'm D.
And I'm Q. Yo, man, as we are in this 2022 new year, again, glad you made it. Happy to be here. Unfortunately, we can say that, we have lost a lot of people over the last few years.
Right.
So just a blessing to be here.
Right.
Yo, like a pretty solid topic that is pretty relevant around this time. New Year's resolutions. Is that something that you take part of annually?
Yes or no. I guess I don't call it New Year a resolution. I try to go into the new year with certain goals in mind, certain things I want to achieve. So I don't think it's your typical resolution where it's like I want to work out more, or I want to eat healthier or drink less. I don't think it's more stuff like that. But yeah, I do come into the new year with certain things I want to achieve, certain things I want to attain, certain goals I want to reach, and so yeah, yeah, yeah. How about you? Do you normally say like, my New Year's resolution is blank?
Nah, I think my answer is like the same as yours.
Right.
I don't really. We'll end up talking about it. So just to be on the surface for right now, no,
Right.
I don't
Right.
typically say, this is my New Year's resolution. Okay, so I guess let me say why, and then I'll let you come back with the why.
All right.
I think we can both say that we're not, like, we don't do things a traditional way, not trying to make us seem as if like we're these, weird, just different on purpose guys. But I don't like to do what everybody else is doing per se, because a lot of times I feel like when we do that, we fall into the trap of doing things traditionally without even knowing why. So because of that, I think it's the reason why I don't know if I ever really, maybe when I was in high school, I might have said it, that I had a resolution per se. But yeah, so for me, I think that's my reason why. For you, why you said yes and no, and I guess I was yes and no as well, but I guess I would lean more towards no. For you, what's your why?
I don't know. I just resolution. It just kind of when I think about it, I just think like it's more like all right, I'm a work out more this year. You know what I'm saying? The typical one is that did the gyms be flooded the first month, and by February it's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like resolutions were just kind of maybe fickle, kind of superficial, kind of shallow. And again, not to act like we're better than anybody else, because being in shape is important and eating healthy is important. So, but I just think I try to make the things that I want to maybe change or to maybe reach in the new year to be bigger. You know what I mean? Whether it's financially, whether it's you know, with employment or opportunities, or what I'm saying, things like that. I just think that I try to think bigger when it comes to new year, to the new year and things that I want to do. Um, you know, of course you wanna, we gonna work out regardless. Like no matter if it's January or May, September, you know what I'm saying? Like that just goes without saying. Yeah, we maybe want to eat healthier and but you know, and that'll come. Um, some people may I know a lot of people that fast during June. I know a lot of people that give up drinking for, I mean, not June, January, give up drinking for January, things like that. So, and all that's cool. That's great. Start the year, kind of cleansing yourself, purging yourself. And that's great. And that's great. I think I mentioned before I had been started to fast last year, about the middle of last year, where I don't eat
Mhm.
before noon. And
Mhm.
so what started as something I did for a week, I actually kind of liked it. I like how I felt, and I kept it going. So that's
Mhm.
something I'm gonna continue to keep doing through this new year. You know what I'm saying? So I fast until noon every day. So, um, just this, like you said, man, we don't want to act like we bigger, better than everybody else. We just view New Year's resolutions differently. That's all.
Yeah, I think you said something that was like real key. Like for me, um, I think I've been turned off just because, I've seen people say, in the new year, and I'm talking about like it's June, July, August, and they say, oh yeah, well, you know what? In the new year, I'm gonna do this. But you've made no, like it's not like a light switch. That's not how life works. It's not like a light switch where you can just say, oh, you know what? You know, January 1 of said year, I'm gonna stop doing this, so I'm gonna start doing this. Like a lot of things are like just that's just not how we as people work.
Hmm.
And I think, a lot of times um it's it's kind of setting ourselves up for failure. Um, if it's not a lifestyle change. And a lifestyle change can happen, you know, February, March, April, May,
Right.
June, July, August.
Right.
So it's not, that's my mindset on why, I kind of say I lean towards um, the no. Um, okay. So you and I both, we kind of bet, we both of us said yes and then no. And then I just kind of said I lean towards the no. What what is the yes part of that would make you say that you do New Year's resolutions? Like, or what is your mindset towards change for yourself?
Well, again, I think the average person goes into the new year wanting to change something, or it could be continue to do something, or you know what I
Mm,
mean. So with me, I can make it personal, and I've talked about it. I ended the year on a great note. So my thing this year was to continue that momentum. You know
mm,
what I mean? Um, Also, for those that don't know, I believe I said it before. I went into the pandemic not wanting to come out the same way.
mhm,
You know what I mean? So I went into the pandemic saying, okay, we've got nothing but time now. So that excuse of you don't have time, you're too busy, that's out the window now. You know what I mean?
mhm,
We ain't got nothing but time. Everybody at home, right?
mhm,
So all the things you wanted to do, all the things you want to accomplish, all the risks you wanted to maybe take but didn't feel comfortable, or maybe you didn't
mhm,
have time. Now you have that time. So, and that's what I did. And so going into 2022, because even towards, although we're still in a pandemic, cats was outside. So, I started to kind of see those things within me. Those old things started to come back, and I started to get away from the things that I was doing that was gaining momentum. So I was like, all right, let me refocus and get back on this.
mhm,
And then now, with the Omarion coming back, it's kind of shutting us down again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back on it. But as far as the new year, that was kind of my goal personally. Was like, okay, you ended this year on a good high. Let's keep that ball rolling. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Don't get sidetracked. Let's let's do this. So that for me, that's what it meant. to me personally. It was just like on a macro level. It wasn't really micro, like, okay, continue to work out, eat better, try to get more rest. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that I know that I know I need to do, and I didn't really need January 1st to motivate me to do that. I know that I needed to do that, but on a macro level, like, okay, you know, this opportunity might come up. What you gonna do? You gonna jump? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna stay where you at? You gonna be stagnant? Like, you know, this door may open up because you may gain the momentum over here. You know what I mean? Your writing is taking off, this and that. So if this opportunity comes up, what's up? You know what I mean? So those are the conversations I've been having with myself and the things that I want to be able to make a decision about if those opportunities present themselves. So that's just kind of what it's been with me as far as the resolution piece. So
Got you. Um, I think for myself, um, there's like I start to compartmentalize my life. So, and the best way for me to do that, I actually did this last year, um, was a vision plan, a vision board, not vision plan, vision board. So, um, there's for me, there's ministry, there's my family, there's my career, and then some side things that I'm working on. Um, and then the podcast. So let's just say
right,
that those are 5 things.
right.
Um, the vision board needs to be updated this year because we didn't we didn't start the podcast until basically early,
What,
like
May, June?
pre summer.
Right, right,
So it wasn't a part of the vision board,
right.
and so now I have something else added on to that. And so now, my vision board consists of those 5 things. So it's, you know, um, I've actually really kind of made it smart goalish, to where I've made goals for certain things, um, you know, uh, and don't mind me just how I speak prophetically. I've said, okay, what is it that, you know, I want to do for my family? Again, we talk about leaving a legacy. That's part of what Clearing the Air wants to do.
Right.
But I feel like you got to do, before you start looking externally, do things in your home. Start with you, before you start going out and branching off into those other areas. So, um,
You actually you I didn't know you do an actual vision board, like, because I know that's a big thing that I've been seeing. Like, you know, well, like, one, did you do one last year, and how, what, what I'm saying, how did it come? I mean, like, did you make progress on it? And then are you doing one this year? So,
yeah,
and I had never heard you say anything about a vision board.
right,
So,
right, right.
so
That
if, like, you actually do one?
Yeah, and this is and crazy enough, um, 2021 was my first year. I think it goes back to what you said, you know, um, really saying to yourself, all right, we're in this pandemic. If there was ever a time to not have an excuse, now is the time to not have an excuse.
Right.
And I wanted to be clear about, again, because there's so many different facets, areas of my life. I wanted to try to organize myself mentally. So I actually did 2. I did one, with some ministry guys, and then I actually did one, with my family. And it's, yeah. I mean, I wish I had it close. I don't have it close, but and it's kind of big. Like I did it on like a construction piece of paper.
That's dope,
Um,
bro. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that.
yeah, yeah. So this year, uh, I'm real bad, bro. I use index cards a
Hey
lot
man,
now.
whatever gets the job done.
Yeah,
You know what? My notes on my iPhone is my note, my
that too.
my index cards. Like, my notes is crazy because I like to write stuff down so I could just, one, not forget, and two, but I can always revert back to it. So note cards. I got little pieces of paper around. Yeah, because when I think of something, I want to jot it down right then.
Right.
So yeah.
So speaking of that, I do my boy Sean Robinson. Shout out to my boy, strong college students down in Tampa. He, as an entrepreneur, he started his business his senior year of college, and he back in '05, and he kind of told me about an entrepreneurial or how he used it as an entrepreneur, Google Keep. So if it's not Google Keep, it's notes. Reason I like Google Keep is because if I ever decide to change from iPhone, Team iPhone, um, I can use Google Keep on whatever device I have.
Why would you switch off the iPhone though? Don't even put that in the atmosphere. But
Oh, it's
anyway.
not going to happen. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
okay. Because we only do
Blue
blue
bubble.
bubbles. Yeah, we only
Blue
do
bubble.
blue bubbles. We don't do
Blue
them
bubble.
greens.
Blue
We
bubble.
don't do them green. We ain't hating on the green bubbles though. You know what I'm saying? Don't unsubscribe and all that. But we team blue bubble over here.
For
Any
real.
and everything.
Yeah. So again, man, the vision board is just and I definitely will show it to you. But the vision board is something that, 2021 was my first year doing it. I want to improve upon it in 2022. Just because there were some things I did not hit, some goals I did not hit, some things I just did not do. So that being said,
Do you is it one board and you just add on to it, or do you make a new one for 2022 and just like how do you, because you say you didn't hit some, so are you taking the 2021 board and just uh amending it, or are you
no,
doing
because
a
it's
whole new one and maybe bringing some 2021 stuff on the 22 board?
that's how it's going to be. Because what you actually do, um, man, this is kind of touching into some other things we was going to get into, but it's cool.
Right.
Because what it will actually help me to do is, if I do this 2023, 24, 25, if I'm still writing down things, my first year was 2021. If I'm still writing down things in 2021, I'm sorry, in 2023 that I wrote down in 2021, there's a problem.
Right.
There's a
Okay.
problem. And so I'd like in this year, as I, start doing it within the next few days, to be able to say, yeah, man, this don't feel good writing down stuff that was from 2021. Unless it was something that was that big and it took multiple years. But there was nothing I had on 2021 that took multiple years. It was all
Right.
supposed to be completed within 2021.
Right.
So that's it, man. As far as the vision board, I am going to do another one for 2022. It will consist of 2021 things, and then it will consist of some 2022 things. Shout out to Clearing the Air podcast for being one of those new things for 2022 that was not on 2021.
For sure.
So yeah.
But personally, we have been talking about this for a minute, so it feels great to have gotten it off the ground and getting traction, and starting off the new year with special guests. And I'm excited for the stuff we got lined up, bro. So just being able to keep coming up with content ideas and pushing them out and having the time to do it, considering we both have different kind of schedules, this and that. So it feels good to have one of those goals be put into place.
True. So good thing that you said that, because that's a good segue. What do you think are some advantages to either the way like our take on New Year's resolutions, or just New Year's resolutions in general? What do you think are some advantages of it?
I think they're all advantageous. I don't see any problems with it. Like I say, I don't hate on anybody that has a New Year's resolution, because I think they're all for the good. Just because I may do them differently from somebody else don't mean that one is better than the other. Like I said, if it's all for improving your quality of life, whether it's financially, whether it's health wise, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff is great. Yeah, I think the big thing with resolutions is it's just been so watered down.
Yeah.
That a lot of as with anything, man, if it gets watered down so much, it may lose its effectiveness. But I think for the most part, man, if you have a resolution and you stick with it, I don't see any negative aspects to it. Even if you, let's say you went hard at the gym for January, you fell out in February. Okay, but you went hard in January. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Hopefully by March, April, May, you pick it back up. You know what I mean? So like I don't really see any drawback to it, just besides, if it gets watered down, then how effective is it really going to be? But again, that's a personal thing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It could be watered down in society, but if you still taking it seriously, then more power to you.
right, right, right. Um, I think what you said as far as advantages, it's the intention that people have is for it to, because we are. I mean, I don't. Something got to be wrong with you if you don't want to see people improve in life. And I think that's the goal that people have when they say or make a resolution. Um, so I think um, I think the advantages of the fact that people are even talking about them, that people are even thinking about them. Um, I do think there are ways, and we can talk about that later, that they could be more. You can solidify them better.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's an advantage the fact that people thinking of becoming better or improving.
Right.
That being said, I mean, do you think that you know New Year's resolutions comes with pitfalls?
I mean, as with anything, bro, yeah, there are opportunities for it. There are chances for there to be some setbacks, some pitfalls. I don't even want to say pitfalls, maybe just some setbacks. Um, you know, life is so, especially now, bro. You never know what's going to happen. Let's take the gym for instance. But if they shutting everything down, then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And so now, and we'll talk about it later. You got to be creative with. All right, well, I need this at home workout. I need run around the neighborhood or do something. You know what I mean? So there's always a chance for pitfalls. It's just how you adapt to them.
Yeah,
So I mean, you got to have that no excuses kind of mentality, bro. Um, Again, personally, you know, 3 years ago, if you was to say the world was going to shut down, like we were like, what are you talking about? Like it would just sound so asinine. Like, what do you mean? Like the world just going to shut down? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so the fact that it sort of did, it's like, bruh, like you have no excuse. You know what I mean? You have no excuse, man. You have no excuse. The world's literally shut down. You got to be inside. You can't do nothing, can't go nowhere. Sit your butt down and
mhm,
do what you always wanted to do.
yeah.
So, I with that, I'm just like, man, you can't let no pitfall stop you now.
True,
So
true.
that's what everything is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be some hurdles, some setbacks, some adversity.
Hmm.
You gotta keep going, bro.
I think whether pitfalls is the right word. I think the tough thing about resolutions um, can be that if this becomes a traditional thing that is done just because it's a new year, and it's not looked at as, okay, I want to try to make this a lifestyle change. I think year to year it can get discouraging. So I think that could be a pitfall or something that is a setback that could potentially present a bigger issue. Um, so I think um, if there's any pressure that's associated with a resolution, um, you know, maybe you let yourself down. And again, maybe you let yourself down for several years. If your resolution was tied to somebody, I think that can be you know um, further encourage discouragement. If it's tied to somebody and you've got that pressure that I've got to perform. I think, especially as men, we deal with performance anxiety a lot more than what we
Hmm.
will discuss. And
Hmm.
so, again, even when we talking about a vision board, And I'm openly telling you I did not complete everything on the vision board. It could serve as discouragement. It could serve as, that I let down those, myself and those tied to the vision board. I think, you know, I think people do resolutions at work at times too, and the same thing. Because let's say maybe your resolution is tied to a performance goal at work,
Mhm.
and you don't hit that, and then you don't hit the goal, like the you don't hit the reward that was supposed to come with that goal. So I think those could be your quote unquote pitfalls. But I think I go back to what you said. This is where I would encourage, you would encourage mental uh, toughness. Shout out to Kobe. We talk about the Mamba mentality
Right.
and saying that okay, you make a mistake, you get back in the gym, you get back in the lab, and you go
Right.
back to studying, doing whatever you got to do to make yourself become better.
Right.
Um, I think lastly, I'll say if it's not a lifestyle change, it can become a pitfall because it's very faddish, it's very traditional. So therefore, it may not hold a lot of uh, weight in your
Wait.
life,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So yeah, man. Um, well, I would ask this question. How would you encourage somebody who is looking to make a resolution or change in their life?
Um, I would say, and again, when we talk about this, we're not experts, we're not professionals, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to be here for some encouragement. This is encouraging us as well. You know what I'm saying? The same thing we saying people have told us or have taught to us. We have mentors, we have friends, you and I, I could talk to you about anything and vice versa. Um I would say in order to achieve your resolution, you have to be not only consistent, but I think you have to be precise with it, bro. Like for instance, let me take, the working out and the fitness part. And I know I'm dwelling on that, but that's kind of it seems to be the most common one. So let's say person A's resolution is um, I want to work out more. I want to get in shape.
Mhm,
And let's say person B is same thing. I want to get in shape, right?
mhm,
Let's say person A is like, all right, in order to reach that goal, I'm gonna go to the gym. Person B was like, person B is like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, but I work 8:30 to 5. So I'm gonna go on these days at this time. Person A is like, okay, well, I'll go. Let's say I'm gonna go whenever I can. I'm gonna start it 2 times a week, not sure of the time. And let's say person B was like, I'm gonna go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I gotta be to work at 8:30. I'm gonna be at the gym at let's say 6, work out to about 7:15, 7:30. Maybe shower at the gym, and
mhm,
so I could be home to work. And then on those days, maybe I want to get rest in, stay some more. I'll go in the evening, blah, 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 and I'll go maybe from 6 to 8 in the evening. Come home, cook dinner, kids, homework, blah, blah, blah. I think you just have to be more precise with it. Your plan has to be detailed. You could just say, "Yeah, I'm going to the gym," but
mhm,
what does that look like? What gym are you going to? Is it a membership? Is it free? Are they offering membership packages?
mhm.
Um, when is it most crowded? When is it least crowded? Because that might affect your morale. You go in there, you want to work on a certain thing, be on a certain machine, and it's a line for it. Might be like, man, I'm over this, and just go home. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's you have to do some research. You have to be detailed in it, bro.
Mhm.
Um, you have to write things down. You can't just be like, yeah, I wanna do this. I wanna make more money this year. Okay, so what does that mean?
Mhm.
Is that a new career change? Is that asking for a raise? Okay, if that's asking for a raise and promotion, okay. So what makes you qualified to ask for that? Or what are you
Mm.
gonna do? What steps are you gonna
Mm.
achieve to put yourself in the position to ask for that?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? What did your performance evaluation say last year where there are ways in which you can improve this year so you can ask for that promotion, ask for that rate? I just think it has to be, it can't be shallow, bro. It can't be surface level. It has to be detailed. It has to be precise. Like you have to know what what that looks like in order for you to get there.
What you said is dope. Your word is precise. My word is intentional. And one of the things that, for myself, and you can only speak about yourself, um, that I feel like really helped me. And then when I was doing this with my family was, I said, okay, let's you gotta attach a smart, you gotta make it smart, because when it's smart, uh, specific, measurable, uh, attainable, reachable, and timely.
Right.
If it's not that, it becomes harder to do, for it to
Right.
become a reality.
Right.
And so that's why, I said, okay, family, listen, we got to make this smart. We got to make this, because if not, it's going to be hard. Like you said, everything you said was really being intentional, because if you don't have it written down, if you don't have it as a plan, that's why I initially said vision plan.
Right.
But vision board, but vision has to come with a plan. Write the vision and make it plain, make it easy. That if someone else came about and they said, yo, I like what you're doing, they could actually hop in and say, okay, cool. So you do it this way at this time, you're going this long, like you're just kind of making it easier for yourself. Um, and like I say, for me, it's easier for me when I take the time to do that, because now I feel a little bit more together. Real quick, and we're gonna go to the next thing. Every Sunday, and this could be a whole nother podcast, but every Sunday I sit down and I say, all right, how's my week gonna look? Like I have to be intentional about my week, because if I'm not intentional about my week, some stuff may go by the wayside. And I got too much to manage for anything to really go by the wayside.
Mhm.
My wife will tell you, like, I'm very like, if I don't really want to do anything on Sundays. So if I get aggravated when I'm not able to create what I need to create, or plan like I need to plan, because I know something's gonna go by the wayside, and that
Right.
annoys me. So
Right.
as we clear the air, I think one of the things that, um, if you I would say is you we would say is, if you're going to do New Year's resolutions, be intentional, be precise, make sure you have a plan, because without that plan, it's going to become very hard as a man for you to do what it is that you need to do. Okay,
Right.
nothing happens by happen chance, and if it does happen by happen chance, it's not going to happen again by happen chance. It's just not gonna, so there's no consistency. And I think that's the biggest issue. So when something becomes a lifestyle, that's why I say something, it needs to be a lifestyle. If it's not a lifestyle, it's not going to change your life. You think about anybody who's lost weight in the fitness journey, it's because they did things that changed their life. Their life changed. What they did a year ago, they're not doing now. The way they ate a year ago, they're not doing. So it's always about the consistency of lifestyle when you're talking about New Year's resolutions.
Right.
Clearing the air. Are there any New Year's resolutions that we have? And let me share this information with you guys. Data. Toward the end of 2021, we had reached, I think December 2021, early, we had reached 100 subscribers on YouTube. Um, we are now at about 100 and,
I want to say almost close to 130.
yeah,
Almost
so
close to 130.
like
128,
124,
120.
8ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just on that note, I want to say that I'm going to say that by, let's use summer being the time when kids get out of school. So let's just say by June 15th,
Bro,
I, I, I would like for us to be at 200 subscribers on YouTube.
it's gonna happen, brother. It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Another thing, you know, a New Year's resolution, if you may, is to have our stuff on audio, all audio platforms. So um, uh, Spotify, Apple. I think Google even has some stuff. Amazon, I think, or whatever. So you guys will have the audio version as well. That's coming up. Do you got anything, brother? Any resolutions for us?
Definitely the subscriber mark. We gonna hit that. We gonna hit that. Trust me. We gonna hit that. Just to keep putting out content with substance, not content just to be having content.
Right.
I want us to continue to grow, which we will. I like the trajectory that we're going. The surprises we got coming up for y'all, the special guests we got that we're working on. The merch.
Clearing the Air got merch, son?
Yo, we working on it, baby. We working on it, baby. You know, we starting out with these, you know, the wristbands. Actually, I sent out a couple care packages this past week to some of our biggest supporters. So I'm serious about that. Y'all show us love and we know who you are. I got something for you. So just hit me, make sure I have your address. I'm putting something in the mail for you. So I did a couple of those last week and shout out to them. They know who they are. A homie out in North Carolina. She be holding me down, hold us down for a while. She ready to send that love out. She just waiting on the word. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
she holds us down. My people's in Georgia, Jersey, of course, DMV. That goes without saying. Oh, I jam you people's crazy. JMU always show the love. Randomly ran into some folks. Actually, last week that was on the homecoming episode, just randomly ran into them. It's like a reunion. Those my peoples too. Shout out to the homies. Yeah, man. And that, and but yeah, these just starting out with these right here. You know, if you want one, again, just holler. I got some left. And yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for what CTH has in store for this year, man. And again, we just appreciate the support, appreciate everything, man. And we're gonna keep rocking, we're gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all support. Just real quick, just in case you didn't know, we're on TikTok, Clearing the Air Podcast.
That's
Got
right.
15 followers on there. I'm gonna say this New Year's resolution is for us to get to, I'll say 50.
Yeah, but the views on that jump be crazy though, right?
They are.
The views be crazy, and that's just signs of the time. People gonna watch more. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see what's going on, and that's fine. Watch us, baby.
Yeah, well, and Instagram, we feed a lot of stuff. If it's not YouTube, it's Instagram.
Yeah.
As far as Instagram is concerned, I think about 58 followers. I would like for us to get to 100 by that same time frame.
Yeah, that's easy. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So again, y'all, just we do want to encourage you guys. Do take a look at the footage that we've got up. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Clearing the Air spelled HEIR podcast. We look forward to fellowshipping with you guys the rest of this year. Men. We love you guys, and we're looking forward to sharing a lot of new content with you guys that we feel is going to be helpful. That is helpful for us, and definitely is going to be helpful to you. So as we clear the air.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Women. We love y'all too. I just had to say that part.
Oh yeah, we definitely love the women.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We
yes. We did.
Boy,
Yes,
crazy.
we did.
Well, listen, happy New Year's to you guys. Happy 2022.
Happy New Year. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. One last thing. Hold on, bro. You know, we got MLK Weekend coming up. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick. MLK, you know, Martin Luther King, our fearless leader, you know, icon, legend. You know, we can't go out without saying, you know, talking about the great things that he's done for our people, not just our people, our country, everybody. And you know, it's more than just a day off, but it is a day of remembrance and a day of observance. And so I just wanted to, you know, bring that up. I want to wish everybody a happy MLK Day. Enjoy the long weekend. It might be some inclement weather, so stay safe. But yeah, just enjoy the day. And you know, that day I like to reflect. I try to do something. You know, if I'm in the area, I definitely go see the statue, or, you know, listen to the speeches or this and that, or watch something. You know, I know sometimes we may do something at community centers around here. And so, yeah, just, you know, I try to use that day as a day of reflection, not just a day off. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there, man. Happy MLK Day weekend. Yeah, that's it. We
And
love the fellas. We love the fellas. We love the ladies.
Well, y'all also don't be surprised. You know, February is Black History Month, so you'll probably hear a little bit more about you know, Martin Luther King. But
yeah, Black History Month, Valentine's Day, Super Bowl, NBA All-Star Weekend, all that stuff. We got
coming up.
All that's coming up. Coming up.
Well, listen, again, Happy New Year to you all. We'll see you soon.
Happy New Year. Peace.
All right.